Welcome to After the Final Bell, a podcast about what happens when an adrenaline-fueled career comes to an end and real life begins. Hosted by UFC striking coach Mike Gonzalez and YouTube bounty hunter Trevor O'Connor.
It's not just about fights anymore. It's about what happens when the gloves come off.
And the real adventure begins.
Join Mike and Trevor as they chat about the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Life after the final bell isn't always easy, but it's always interesting. This is After the Final Bell.
What's the whale say?
That is not a whale sound
That's
at
a whale.
all.
Do I have that responsibility? Or do you have that responsibility if you know that you're not in a mental space to deal with anything, that you shouldn't open social media? Because I say things like, oh, do you have big emotions? Do you have big feelings right now?
Some people just don't want to be wrong.
Is the word bully way too weaponized?
Well, I think this might be unpopular, but
I like it.
I feel like, not saying we need bullying,
We do.
but I think we do need a little bit of it so people learn how to handle situations. Parents out there that think their kids are always innocent. It's like,
Yeah.
no, they're not.
And we're the
And
parents that will straight
I'm
up
like-
tell our kid,
I know.
I'm not backing you. You're fucking wrong.
People that put music out have to understand that that's a very sensitive thing to a lot of
And
people.
nobody's,
like,
not everybody's going to like your
exactly.
shit.
Like
Yeah,
you got to
it's
be prepared.
subjective.
You got to be prepared for, out of 10 people, 9 aren't going to like your shit.
Exactly.
Right. I fill them all on Sunday.
Yeah, mine starts Sunday.
Well, I don't have to fill my pill bottle, so my week starts on Monday. And I was so proud of the spoons that I found because they had really cool designs. And you know what the words were that he said to me?
It's not how I meant it.
He said, I hate them.
Why? But
A lot of my speeding tickets have been out of town.
She thinks those don't count either.
Yeah, they do.
They don't, really.
Why? He just
Why are you staring at me?
He wants to keep track of that.
Are you waiting for me to defend?
No? He doesn't like when I stare at him.
What's up, guys? He wants to interrupt me.
Rude.
What's up, guys? I'm Mike Gonzalez.
And I'm Trevor O'Connor.
This is After the Final Bell, a podcast about life after an adrenaline-fueled career has come to an end. Real life will begin. And we are here. But it's okay. I got Trevor a gift today. And Kay Miller's joining us.
That's how I talk to whales.
I guess.
You're a whale whisperer?
I don't think that's the correct
I don't
way.
think that's the correct way.
I talk to whales. Do you?
I've heard them talk to each other, and that's not what I'm hearing.
No, same.
I talk to whales.
No.
You've never even seen a whale. It sounds more of like a meditation.
You sound like that Ricola commercial.
It's whale talk.
Whatever happened to that commercial?
Welcome to Whale Talk.
What happened to that commercial? I don't know.
Ricola.
I mean, they still sell them.
They do still
I'm
sell.
sure they still do commercials.
I call those my dulces.
They will say so.
I'm known
Throat
for eating.
lozenges?
I'm known for eating cough drops for nothing. That's how I'm convinced I don't ever get sick.
Well, commentary.
That's a strange thing.
I don't ever eat cough drops except for when we go do commentary.
Yeah.
Because then you start talking, get excited, and then if you don't manage your voice about 4 fights into the card, you're hello.
Why do some people smoke cigarettes before they talk like that?
Because it gives them that grovelly.
Oh.
Like the raspy.
Oh.
That's weird.
That deeper.
People purposefully do that?
Yeah,
people
I know.
want
And
that
I
sound.
only know that because when JD was fighting for Invicta, Laura Senko was commenting, and I seen her out there smoking. And I was like,
Yeah.
And then somebody walked by and said, "Why you do-" Oh, every night before I."
Do commentary.
Mhm.
Yeah, it gives you
Interesting.
that. It gives you that kind of grovelly,
Oh.
kind
Raspy.
of raspy voice.
Oh. Okay.
Interesting.
It also causes cancer, I think.
Yeah.
So
I'm
does
good.
everything else we
Unconfirmed.
consume in this life.
Oh, you're right.
Air,
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
filtered water.
Yeah. Depends
Speaking of
on
filtered
what
water.
type of, bottle we're consuming it out of.
Oh, geez. Don't get her started on the food
There's
stuff.
plastics leaking into everything.
I'm starting to go this
Forever
way.
plastics?
At home, I'm either drinking out of like this
There
or that,
is, though,
or
like-
glass, or glass. I try not to do plastic.
I just watched a whole video the other day about they found a bunch of scientific research. Look at him rolling his eyes at me. That that they believe dementia is actually linked to all the plastics that are in our bodies and our like it gets in our freaking brains and our bodies can't like process that, and so it causes issues.
Yeah, so that's what keeps me from buying bottled water if I don't have to.
You know what keeps me from buying bottled water?
Not leaving.
It doesn't taste good.
Bottled water? I agree, but
lemonade tastes good.
You can't just drink sugar all day long.
Lemonade is like sugar water.
Yeah.
It's like lemon flavored sugar water.
just a flavor.
You see, I know how much sugar goes in that thing that he makes.
What, like 2 pounds?
No.
Like a cup and a half.
No, a cup and a half.
Oh, they don't even
in
let
a
me
pitcher.
make. They don't even let me make Kool-Aid or anything at
That's
home
a lot of
because
sugar in a pitcher.
I don't barely put no sugar.
You just like pull the sugar can, buy it.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Oh, when you make Kool-Aid?
Anything like that, yeah.
I make the best lemonade ever.
Mm-hmm.
No, your lemonade is very good. I'm just saying it is very sugar water.
Remember she complains?
About what?
My lemonade, and then she tells me it's good.
Yeah, I mean.
She's like a Sour Patch Kid, dude.
So real.
Yeah.
Just hey,
I'm waiting for the sweet.
I've got you a gift.
Yeah,
because
open it.
you won the dance off.
Oh yeah.
You won the dance off. So I got you a gift.
So excited.
I'm just as the winner.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Before you slide that over here,
okay,
I just need you to understand one thing.
It's not a joke.
Okay. I just need you to understand one thing.
What?
If you shoot me with a squirt gun, I'm going to unleash a fire hose.
No,
okay.
It's not a squirt gun.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's my mentality.
All right.
Okay. Like, if you open the door, I will kick the door the rest of the way.
All right. This is for you. You got to open this. It's since you won, you get the winner's gift. Winner's gift. So now you got to open it.
It's a thong.
No, it's not. It's not a thong. It's not.
Oh, this is really funny. This is really funny.
Oh my gosh, that is
I
hilarious.
have a gift for you. Upstairs.
Do you want me to go grab
it?
You have a gift for me?
Yes.
All right, I'm waiting to see it. I told you I got you a nice gift.
I got a gift for you.
See, you shouldn't even put a hat on today.
I'm about to switch.
Yeah, see? Imagine.
We both got gifts today.
Oh, all right. I like gifts.
I know.
Do you like gifts?
No.
No. Oh, see, that even fits good.
Yeah.
That even fits
I felt it when it went on. It went on the right way.
Yeah. That even fits good. It looks good. Oh, imagine now. Oh, you look great.
I'm ready for my photo shoot.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. What is it?
You could give it to him.
Give me this thing. Look at this. I'm gonna even wear this probably on the airplane tomorrow.
You can,
oh, look at
it was already sized.
How'd you know?
That's how it came. I don't know.
That is so funny. I cannot believe that. Hilarious.
I'm gonna take this for right now.
Do you guys need to take a
selfie?
A selfie.
Boom. I'm gonna send this to JJ right now. Look what Trevor gave me.
That's really funny.
How do we think like that?
Oh my gosh.
I'd find all kinds of stuff. I was like, I'm getting this for Trevor since he won.
Love it.
Yeah. You think somebody will ask me, or what's your LinkedIn bio?
Probably. There's chubby chasers everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, see?
Oh, we should make a only dad's link and put it on. It just goes to our YouTube channel.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should do that.
Just got a couple only dads here.
That's it.
Is that? I think that's the name of a podcast.
Only dads?
I think I looked it up.
Probably.
It's the name of something.
I had.
They're not as cool though.
No.
We win.
Yeah. Let's see what she said.
All right.
How many dads you got?
She said, "You're kidding me." She said, "You're kidding me."
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
That is.
Delilah's gonna laugh too.
Did you show Delilah the video?
Oh, they were. I was at work, and Delilah hadn't seen it, but Ashley was having a rough time like before the fight. She's like, "Here, if you want to laugh, watch this video." And her and Delilah watched it, and she said Delilah was just crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
They don't take our work seriously.
No, I was even sweating.
All of our girls laughed.
We're artists.
Laughed, cried.
Yeah, we were. If I was sweating, that means I was trying.
Did you see me sweating?
Yeah.
I mean, my forehead was glistening. There was probably little dark lines
Underneath?
under the movies.
Yeah, the movies. The movies.
Yeah.
Gosh.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right.
back on track.
What are we here for?
The reason I've gathered you here today is to talk about boobies.
Whoa. That's what did the whale say?
That is not a whale sound.
That's the
at
whale.
all. No.
So I have a serious topic.
Okay.
Okay.
And I really want your true opinions.
Okay.
Okay. And your thoughts on this.
All right.
So for like since COVID,
2020.
if I post on social media, I use 3 hashtags.
Mm-hmm.
They are hashtag do better, hashtag no one cares, work harder. And the final one is hashtag
Toaster
bath.
Yeah. Which you should have taken the page do better because that got a bunch of followers.
Do better Denver?
Yeah.
Yeah. It does. But I'm not gonna say who this person is because I still like the person. But I received a very, very long Facebook message from a friend. He messaged me later explaining that he may have had a little bit to drink the night before because it was like 5 scrolls.
Oh, that's a book.
It was a long one.
That's a book. Huh?
And the precipice of what he was saying was that I need to be more understanding and have more care and thought about the things that I post on Facebook because when I put hashtag toaster bath, it's basically telling people to unalive.
Oh.
And how do I know that someone who is in a bad headspace?
I don't mean to laugh, but really? That's what that means?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's old.
Like
Like you take it, you
Toaster.
just jump in
jump in the
bath.
bathtub.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's like
It's more like for yourself. You're like, this is making me crazy. I'd rather take a toaster bath than be here right now.
it's more of like an expression,
Yeah.
like a
like
I
when
thought you
something
just came up with something creative.
No.
I'm sorry.
no, it's just it's like that. It's like that thing when you're like, I would rather take a toaster bath than have to sit through.
I'd rather
another
slam
day.
my head in a freaking
Oh,
wall.
okay, all right.
It's like the same thing
Yeah.
as that.
So he was upset about that.
So he was very upset about it. And he basically, I mean, he wrote me a dissertation on why I need to stop using that hashtag because I have a responsibility not to trigger other people on social media. Because if someone was having a bad mental health day and they happen to see my hashtag, that might be the thing that gets them to actually unalive. My question is, do I have that responsibility? Or do you have that responsibility if you know that you're not in a mental space to deal with anything, that you shouldn't open social media? Because how does he know that something that he posts, maybe this guy hikes a lot and he puts, pictures of his hikes up. Nobody told me that, about toaster bath, but how does he not know that pictures of hikes and pine trees don't remind me of a terrible time in my life that make me mentally unwell? Should I tell him he can no longer post hiking pictures?
Well, I don't think it's anybody's responsibility. Obviously, don't say the you should.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that that's okay.
Right. I'm not.
But if you post something, one, it's like, it's your responsibility to unlike that page, unfollow that page, unfriend, whatever.
That was my response.
You know what I mean? I think that's your responsibility to do.
If you know that you are not mentally capable of regulating yourself or your emotions, isn't it your responsibility to say, man, I really can't do social media right now because you don't know what you're going to open and see.
Right. Like if someone's getting triggered that easily, then they should probably not be on social media and should take that break and should be self-aware enough to recognize that and take the break for sure.
Well,
like I understand what he's saying. I get it, but I disagree, because I don't think it's anybody's responsibility to worry about how someone's going to get triggered, because I see stuff that people post and I'm like, this person's just playing victim over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Or this person's always just posting political stuff over and over and over again and complaining about our administrations. And, like I can easily complain about people's posts, but I'm definitely not going to A, send them a message, and B, tell them what they can and can't post. Like if I choose to continue following that person, that's my choice. You know what I mean?
That's exactly my thing. If you cannot maintain and something might set you off, the whole world can't just only post kittens and happy faces because someone else might
get upset. Yeah.
Well, if you start paying attention, like if you start being careful with what you post, you're never going to post, because then you're always going to be like, what's going to be offend somebody,
right?
And then at that time, it's like, to me, social media is fun.
Well,
but it's not my life.
It would also be different if, like, I went on his page and commented on a post that he did, and
was like hashtag toaster bath. Yeah, but also like when you use that hashtag. First of all, it's a hashtag.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like he's posting that people need to go do this.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a hashtag.
I use the hashtag toaster bath in the same way that people would put like SMH.
Yes.
What's the difference?
And that's exactly it. How many times in our lives have you been in a situation, you look at somebody else and you're like,
many times.
I would slam my own wiener in a Volvo door right now if we could leave. And it's not it's exactly the same thing.
It literally is that to me.
That's all that I like.
Yeah.
That's what it means. And how he takes that or how other people take that is on them. Like, I'm really past the point of feeling like I have to walk on eggshells to make sure that I don't offend them, or I don't say something that makes that person triggered, or I do. If you have triggers,
stay off.
It's your responsibility to manage them.
Well,
nobody else in the world has a responsibility to manage your triggers.
I feel like everybody
Agreed.
feels like, especially after or during COVID, after COVID, that I feel like some people feel like they have to have triggers. They don't just, you know what I mean?
Like the term trigger is overused.
Oh, it's like when people were using the word epic, and not everything is epic. Right?
Yeah.
You know
like
what I mean?
everyone is saying, oh my God, that triggers me. And I'm like,
does it?
Does it actually trigger something in you?
Yeah.
Or are you just saying that as like an irritation, as another form of this is irritating to me?
The hashtag toaster
You know what
bath.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like, exactly. Like,
well, if you're triggered that easily, you got a problem.
Yeah, you should seek some therapy.
For sure.
And work some stuff out.
I'm at the point now that if I post something and someone says, oh, that triggered me, I'd be like, yeah, that fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing if you're posting like I'll see posts in a lot of photography groups for like, unfortunately, like newborn babies and stuff like that. Sometimes issues will happen and there'll be stillborns or whatever. Mm-hmm. And photographers will still do pictures. Mm-hmm. But like before they post these types of photos in a post, they'll put like trigger warning, as they should, for something like
just
that.
Just in case.
Something related to like babies dying or like sexual assault and stuff like that. Yeah, that I could understand would imply a trigger warning before you say something about it. Yeah, anything else? Like,
and this guy's in like the metal scene.
Man, a lot of these people are
How
just
thin-skinned-
there's no like everybody seems like they have to have a problem, whether they're triggered or mental health, and I don't think some people that use some of these words really know how actually serious that stuff is,
Right.
For people, you know,
that are like truly battling it.
And I feel like that takes away from those people because now it's just like, oh, it's a mental health battle. It's like, so everybody in the world's battling it,
right, because they had a bad day.
Yeah, I don't think so. Like, there's people out there that really suffer from it.
Yes, I think people confuse or like I said, like same thing, overusing the term of mental health. I don't want to say like issues, but for lack of a better term, that, you know, that I think they overuse that. And because people don't know how to regulate or deal with bad days or work through struggles or deal with challenges in the same way that like I think our generations do.
Yeah.
Well, it's a crutch. It's a crutch to not have to deal with something, not have to answer for something, or
to not have the accountability,
or be accountable for something. It's, oh, well, this I couldn't deal with that. It triggered me. Really? You had 9 jobs in the last 8 months. Did they all trigger you too? It's the same people.
Yeah.
You know? It's the same people. It's always, woe is me. Here's how the cycle goes. Oh, I just interviewed for this job. If I get this job, it'll be the greatest thing it's ever happened. I've been praying for this job for so long, and this is the perfect situation. Oh, I got the job, guys. It's the greatest job I've ever had. I'm so excited. I would work here for the rest of my life. It's such a great... Well, now I've been working here for a month and a half, and they don't recognize my skill, and I should already be a manager here.
Yeah.
Because I know how to do it better. Well, now they're all being mean to me because no, motherfucker, it's not. It's you. You are the problem. You create this fucking circle that keeps going like this. And and we just sit here and watch. And those are the same people that get on other people's posts and go, you shouldn't post that. You shouldn't say that. That you don't know what that's going to do to someone. No, I don't. And you know what? I don't care.
No.
Because it would be different if I came directly at you.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool post, Mike. You should take a toaster bath.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Then I would need to answer to something.
yeah. But if you're not using the words you should, then what's the point? I don't see the problem.
I don't see the problem either.
I don't. And I feel like everybody should express themselves. I think if I've got to accept the way you are, you should be able to accept the way I am.
If I have to,
why do I have to change and adjust? Like, why can't I say to that person or anybody, well, why do you keep posting political nonsense, the same stuff over and over and over again? Like, people get tired of seeing that. I don't want to see that, so please stop posting it. They're not going to listen to me in the same way that it doesn't work that way.
My response basically was, man, it appears that you're really going through it right now, and that sucks.
Yeah.
You're a good guy. I would advise that maybe you mute my feed or even unfriend me if you're feeling like things that I talk about or things that I say are affecting your mental health, then maybe it's time for you to go through and just take people out. You know, if you don't want to see it, then you have the ability to eliminate.
It's easy. Just one click.
Boom. Unfriend.
It's not that hard.
I mean,
I feel like those people,
if you're really strong, block.
Yeah. I don't block very many people. If I block you, you're staying blocked forever.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
People unblock?
Some people, there's people I know that block, unblock, block.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
I've definitely been blocked by people and then unblocked because I knew that I was blocked by them because I couldn't like search or like see their stuff. And then like they showed up and like the people you may know. And I'm like, they wouldn't show up there.
What I do now is I'll block that person. Like if I know that you block me, I'm like.
Reblock?
Like now you can't. Now you can't.
Yeah.
Because now it's just, but
dude, I wouldn't even know how to unblock somebody.
Same.
I don't even got the time.
I have no idea.
I try to interact with like a lot, not everybody, because there are people that just like, I'll follow you, you follow me, or you follow me and I don't really know you. But if I know you, like I'll interact with your posts or your stories or whatever. And, and some people even look at me like, you do? I'm like, wasn't that what it's for?
Dude,
I try to be the person, and this this is something that irritates the shit out of me on social media is I definitely try to be like the one that supports, that likes people's posts, especially if it's like another small business person or content creator, anything. So I know that helps anybody, right?
Yeah.
And then, you somewhat expect like the same in return
Yeah.
Doesn't happen.
by those same people, and it doesn't happen.
No.
And it is like, I will get over it one day, but like it irritates the shit out of me because
So-
it's like I just don't understand like why.
Here's how I do it. I am like if I know you and I know you own a business or I know you're trying to start a podcast or I have friends, John Wren,
Yeah.
the disc golf guy that we're going to play with.
Yeah.
We've been friends for a long time. He used to produce Comic Sense Radio down at the old studio. I know that he's really trying very hard to become a content creator in the disc golf space on TikTok. And he posts every day and he sticks with it. No matter what he posts, every video of his I like.
Yeah.
And probably 60% of them I'll just make a comment. Because I know how hard he's trying to build it.
Well, and you know how hard it is.
And I do know how hard it is. But the thing is, it's because it's reciprocal. That hurt.
It sounded weird. You're like swallowing at the same
One
time.
more time.
No. Because he will also, like, when we post shorts or we post TikToks from the show, if you go through, every one of them has a like from him.
That's awesome.
Because
I love people that do
he gets
that.
it back and forth. But there are people that I have tried to create that
Connection with.
and I'll go through and anytime they post for a week or two, I like their stuff, and then I'm like, wait a minute.
And then you see those same people
Liking a bunch of
other people's stuff, and you're like, really?
Yeah.
Like that's how it is? Or you see them complaining that they're not getting enough support, or they'll share posts that are like, love the support, share, blah, 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 like all the stupid stuff. And like, but they're not actually doing it in the
Doing
same,
the other side
yeah,
of
like
it.
full circle,
Yeah.
they're like selective about it, so to speak.
Well,
and
and interaction is
irritating.
huge.
yeah.
Engagement on social media for creators and business owners is huge.
huge.
That's
Your sister's behind the bar.
yeah.
Go look every post that she has.
Yeah.
Every story. I like every one of them. Boom, boom, boom. Why? Because it may create one more direction the algorithm takes her post to people that may connect and want to use her business.
Yeah.
Howie Spratt, who has Stout Woodworking.
Yeah.
And he posts every one of them. Boom, 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 boom. Why? Does it change anything? No, probably not. But if the algorithm sees it as the right number or the
It's
right person,
interaction regardless,
And that's what's most important is the algorithm, right?
and all these same people that you try to support but won't support you back, you'll see them loving every Denver Broncos post.
yeah. Or
Do you
like,
think the Denver Broncos give a fuck if you like
No.
their post
Yeah.
or not? Do you think it changes their algorithm
No.
to a point where they
No.
care? No. But these people will like
Everything.
people that are, 10 million, 20 million subscribers or whatever, already super famous. They're like the first to, I gotta like that.
Yeah.
They
They don't even know what the post's about.
No, they might.
Right.
They might
Just-
notice
yeah.
that I like their. They don't because
Yeah.
someone else is posting their shit. If
Yep.
you really think that these top end people
They
are
don't.
posting their own stuff and
They're
going
not.
through it, 99% of them
Nope.
no,
have no
there's
idea
someone
what's-
else doing it, or there's freaking AI system doing it for them.
Well, a lot of the people don't they don't even log into their social media.
They probably don't even have the password.
They have
No.
a person that does all of that.
Yeah.
So you're interacting with his assistant's assistant.
Yep.
Like you don't even know.
Yeah. But the guy that's down the street busting his ass that you're like
Trying.
You're like, oh, you got one of them podcasts, huh? Okay, well, good luck.
Some people don't.
How about give it a fucking like? How about give it a fucking share once in a while? Because I do all of your shit.
Yeah.
All of it. And I'm getting to the point now where like petty is my new
thing?
like that's petty is like the new direction that I really
though,
like.
sometimes
It's
when you do
so-
when you do petty like that, it makes you feel better for a sec.
It
does.
is,
It
it
does. Like
is.
it
It
does.
What it feels like is you standing up for yourself
Yeah.
and going, you know what? I'm important too.
Yeah.
And I'm important enough to myself that I don't have to keep trying to support you who gives zero support back.
Yeah.
So guess
Right.
what? I'm out.
Yes. And that's kind of like how I feel. Like that's kind of how like my mind is shifting to. But then I'm also feeling like, well, is that just me putting out negativity? Like why am I letting it affect me that much, you know?
But it's not.
But it does. Like
Well, I
it does
think-
affect people's I don't
But
want to say mental health, but like
it only affects you because you're doing it and it's not being given back. But
Right.
if you just cut that person out and go, you know what? I tried to create this bond with them. I tried to create
Yeah.
a synergy.
Mm-hmm.
They did not.
I
They didn't want to be on the same team. So just remove yourself from the team. Then you no longer have to worry about
Yeah.
it. You don't have to care.
instead of liking or commenting on their post,
Yeah.
I'll just scroll on by, just
Right.
like they do to mine.
You know, I just started unfriend or unfollow. Why? Because if I tried to help you and you chose
don't want to help.
that you didn't want to help me at all, I'm going to take my number off of your list.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, maybe it's one less follower no one would ever notice. But guess what? You're not getting mine.
That's
Why?
fair.
Why? I don't.
Yeah.
I tried. You decided no.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? I wish you well. I hope you do great on your own over there,
Yeah.
away from me.
No collaborations over here.
Well, I think a lot of people too, like they just do it just for a like or this and that. So, and then there's people like trying to create content that stuff does matter
It does.
Yes.
to people. You know what I mean? Like if it's just a random page, it's like you're just doing it to have fun or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. I'm not saying it doesn't matter. It's just, it's not as important. You just post it. But somebody that's trying to create,
And you know
that does matter.
You know what
so-
they're putting out.
Yeah.
is-
So it's like, you know,
they're
maybe-
trying to feed their kids.
Yeah, you know, and they're and it's more of like those people don't have an understanding of like why they can't get any traction. It's like because nobody's helping you,
Right.
Right.
you know.
Yeah, they have, 2,000, 5,000 people on their followers list or their friends list, and they get 37 likes on something. It's like, bro.
Yeah, like.
But I've also wondered if people's feeds are not showing, like on Facebook, for example. Like I notice on my feed, I have a decent amount of friends, but I don't see everybody's posts. That's for sure. And I wonder if everyone's shit just gets buried in with all of like the ads and the sponsored posts and the other stuff that is constantly in that you're not really seeing your friends
some
post
stuff,
as much.
But that is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
you
just
can
feel like
set
it's
your
definite-
friends to always see.
I have mine to set to that, and I still see like the.
I feel like some people are
sponsored
shadow
posts and
banned.
stuff.
Yeah, it happens.
Like I know JD was shadow banned for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, for what? She don't even post.
Yeah.
It's like what are
Too
you
wholesome.
You know,
That's
like what
probably
are you
why.
doing?
They're like, she's
You
too
know?
wholesome.
And
Get
then,
her out of here.
and then she would post, and I wouldn't see some of them.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Hey, did you see that?" And I'm like, "No, let me." And I obviously, if I went to her page, then you see
Right.
it, but it wouldn't on her feed. It
It
wouldn't
didn't
pop
show
up.
up auto. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just wondered that because, like I said, because on mine, like I have, tons of ads, obviously, but then there's always like the sponsored posts of like other people's random that I don't know. And it's like, follow this person, sponsored, blah, blah, or whatever, stupid other pages
Yeah.
and stuff. And
But
I'm
I
like,
think you definitely see more of people that you interact with.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Especially if I like your stuff and you like my stuff,
Those pop up first,
those
right?
those
Yeah.
push towards the front.
Yeah.
So if you're not seeing their stuff and you're liking all the stuff you see of theirs, they're probably not reciprocating in any way.
Right.
So it
Doesn't.
doesn't treat it the same.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So if you go look through your stuff, I mean, if you have time and you want to play the petty game with me, you can go look for that person and go, man, I support them all the time. I wonder I haven't seen all their stuff lately. And then go through all your posts and go, oh, it's because they haven't liked anything of mine in
They don't like my stuff.
2 months.
Right.
Them people.
Great. Stop liking their shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a huge proponent of voting with your dollars,
Yeah, that's really the only way to do it.
which is the
Yeah.
same thing on social media. Vote with your likes, vote with your support.
They need to have a thumbs down button too.
Oh God.
Oh my God. I wish.
I would use it. I would use it.
I would use it.
I'll
I
make
would
my
use it.
own. I go in the comments and just use the thumbs down
Right.
emoji.
You could. People could do
Thumbs
that.
down emoji.
Just drop that
And
comment.
that's
Nothing
it.
else.
Nothing
No
else.
words.
No words.
Thumbs
Just the
down
thumbs
emoji.
down
No,
emoji.
thumbs down and then toaster bath.
I can't put it on other people's stuff.
No.
You can't?
No, I only put it on my own posts
Yeah.
Okay.
because I'm
That's his.
I'm actually sensitive to the fact that I would never tell someone.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is that's not telling somebody.
I know, but
But
that's-
he's not like that kind of person. Like anyone that knows Trevor knows that
Yeah.
he wouldn't like encourage
Right.
anything
Any
like
smart
that.
person
Like
wouldn't encourage
Right.
it.
it's literally like it. If someone, yeah,
it's this. This is what the hashtag means.
Yeah.
it means
Yeah.
That's it.
Some people are just like, COVID made people sensitive.
too sensitive.
Well, our Uber driver from the hotel to the airport on Friday, I swear he was Jeffrey Dahmer,
Oh my gosh.
but he had a mask on.
You think he was disguised?
He didn't have regular gloves. He had like rubber surgical gloves on.
Latex?
Driving. And JJ texts me. She's like, "Hey, look at your phone." And I'm like, "Why?" She's like, and then I looked at him. I'm like, "Oh, you're not kidding."
Wow. That's scary.
And the music he was playing, I was just like,
Did you think you were?
Here's the
gonna-
music. Donna.
no, it was like some
Dun.
weird jazz music. I'm like,
Dun,
oh, he would.
dun,
Jeffrey
dun,
Dahmer
dun.
probably did play that.
Donna.
I
Donna.
should have said that triggered me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get triggered, and I don't understand. Like, I get it. Some people definitely have issues,
I feel
mental
like
health
if you
issues.
get triggered, you need to like look outside your circle a little bit and
You need to seek a therapist, talk to
Like,
an important
work
person in
through
your life.
healing, work through your shit, you know? Like if someone's getting triggered easily on a daily basis or a weekly basis, then there's probably a deeper issue going on and they should absolutely seek some help. Like I'm not just saying that like 100%.
no, I think you're right.
Like,
I think you're right.
I also this week I also got blocked.
You got how do you know you got?
but
blocked?
also people need to stop using the word triggered if they're not actually triggered. Like stop overusing words like that just to as another adjective.
There's a difference between that person irritates me and that triggers me.
Yes.
I don't think
100%.
Like
There's-
triggers mostly reserved for like PTSD. Like it triggers
Exactly.
me into a mental health crisis.
I haven't
Yes.
done anything that out of the box that things would trigger me.
I could
There's a lot of shit that irritates me.
if what I do triggers
You
you.
know what I mean? Like,
There's a lot of
You've got
things that
problems.
irritate me,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I irritate her like 5 times a day.
Yeah.
It triggers me.
There's only like one thing that is a very small trigger for me, and it's when people yell like at me. If I'm being yelled at,
you get
that's a trigger for me.
I yell at you all the time.
Yeah, I know. No, he doesn't. No, but like that,
Can you
like
name-
if
Can you-
especially if it's like a partner situation. But like if he was to raise his voice at me, instantly it would trigger me. And I mean, the way that I feel triggered by that or when someone does that is it reminds me of past relationships that weren't great.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was constant yelling in the face, you know, yelling aggressively in the
Yeah,
face,
just
that
not-
type of stuff, you know, and
Yeah.
that's not something
That's a
that I
Tuesday
want
night
to
for
like
us.
remember, you know? So yeah, stuff like that I think is a validation to be like, yeah, that's a small trigger for me, but it's not something that's like
Can you remember the date of the last time I yelled at you?
yesterday.
I yelled at you.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That you yelled at me. Nah.
Yelled in general and then yelled at you.
I can't remember, honestly. It's probably, I don't know, maybe once within the last year. Maybe.
I yelled at you in the last year?
Not at me,
Oh, you mean yelled?
just in general.
Oh, I was like, when's the last time I yelled at you?
I don't even know. I don't know.
Later tonight.
Whoa.
Honestly, like, I'm not just saying that. Like, we don't.
I don't.
Like,
Yeah.
we don't
I just
yell
think yelling
at each other.
doesn't get anywhere really.
Like, if we're.
If someone starts
irritated-
yelling,
It's like-
I start laughing.
it's like
I'm like, you're really that upset?
I made you that mad. Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah, we don't.
I
We're
try
not
not
that
to.
kind of.
I try not to be a yeller. Because I grew up with a lot of yelling.
So it's like I don't want.
And I just don't. Like, there's no point in that, you know?
Yeah.
To me.
It doesn't
like,
really
it,
get nowhere.
yeah.
As
like,
soon
it
as someone
solves
gets
nothing.
loud, I automatically know that they can't control. They don't have an answer. They don't have a
Yeah.
response. They don't have a good reason for whatever is happening. So the only thing they can do
For me,
is yell to try to make you not want to be in the situation.
yeah, when people are yelling, it means that they're not emotionally intelligent or in that specific moment, the emotions that they're feeling are too big.
Yeah.
And they need to go take a break and process the emotions a little bit, and then we can come back and have a chat.
Because I say things like, "Oh, do you have big emotions? Do you have big feelings right now?"
Some people just don't want to be wrong.
Yeah.
And that's how they
True.
just get their point across.
You know how
or
much
just
easier it is to never be right?
Way easier. Yep, you're right. I'm wrong.
These people don't have a wife and all daughters. Because if you have a wife and all daughters, you have no problem being wrong. You're just like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%
You're
wrong.
like, okay,
I've been wrong for so long that I don't
Yeah.
remember being right.
Also, any parents that have like teenagers, you know that we're always wrong too in that
yeah.
aspect. So we're just like, it's fine.
Hmm.
They know all things.
I'm currently wrong.
You are?
Why?
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, you're just staying in that lane?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
the wrong lane. All right, what else you got to talk about here?
Oh, why is it all got to be my shit?
Whoa. Because you said
Because you said you had a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
I was ready.
I said I had that.
Oh.
What do you guys have?
Well, I was not prepared.
Oh, all right.
Michael?
Is the word bully way too weaponized?
Weapon. Like used
Are
too
you
much?
overused?
Like people call someone a bully, but it's not. Like they're
Well,
not
I think-
actually a bully.
I think it is, but
Sometimes
I
it's
also
a person
feel like,
being like defending or standing up for themselves and their beliefs and not just acquiescing and allowing someone else to push them. I think like if you push on me and you expect me just to kind of fade, but I don't, and I come back at you, it seems like that's where people start throwing the bully word.
Well,
around.
I think this might be unpopular, but
I like it.
I feel like, not saying we need bullying,
We do.
but I think we do need a little bit of it so people learn how to handle situations. Because it and with us older, that's why it's easier for us to be on social media.
Because we just don't care.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But like this younger generation, like they get so, how do you get bullied on social media? I don't get it. One.
See, we used to call that just roasting each other.
Yeah, I think that, man, there's just I feel like there's a fine line with bullying. Like
There
don't
is bullying. Bullying
just-
can happen.
Yeah.
Yes, it can happen.
But it needs to be that needs to be reserved when it's truly what's happening.
Yeah.
Right.
Just like the whole
You
mental health
reduce-
thing.
Right. You reduce the power of what it is when you use it to describe something that you just don't like. Because if someone's truly getting bullied, I will be the first one to stand up for them.
Yeah.
I will be the first one to say, "Hey, dude, no, you don't get to treat them that way."
Yeah.
A couple of our kids in like elementary, middle school got bullied. Jaden and Autumn Autumn did by that crazy girl. Remember?
Yeah, that was more like stalking, though.
Yeah, but
Oh,
like
really?
it was like stalking, bullying. Like
Autumn had a friend
emotionally,
and then
like,
decided to cut that friend out. And then when she did that, that friend like
Just
tried to
came at
always
her.
like,
all the time. Girls are vindictive like that.
Oh yeah.
though.
see, it was easier as a guy. We just fight.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need, like, if you want to be a bully, cool.
Girls,
People are not going to
for
see
the
you as a cool
emotions.
bully if I just beat you up.
Yeah.
You no longer get to be a bully. You're just an
Yeah.
idiot.
And then I think we need more. We don't need more bullet, but people just got to be not as sensitive to.
Right.
People need more backbone.
They do.
Well, and
you
they
know?
need to, like, you need to be able to receive things critically that you don't like.
Yeah, people need to be able to hear that you suck at your job and you need to do better at these things. And it doesn't mean that you're a bad person in any
anything.
way. It
Yeah.
just means that you need to improve on these things and do better in these things. That's not bad. Like criticism isn't bad, and people are
It's
brought up to believe that it is.
Same thing
somehow.
in sports, youth sports, like even more so. Coaches can do not like you can ask the kids to come to practice and ask them to do the drills and ask them to show up on time with the right jersey. And you watch how soft these athletes are coming up. When I came up, and I'm not saying that back in the good old days, but I became a very good wrestler because my coaches would not accept less from me.
Well, and I feel like that's important for parents to allow their kids to be coached.
Right.
Whether that's
Yes.
hard coaching, soft, whatever it is, just allow your kids to be coached.
It's one thing if like the coach is like hitting your kid.
That's different.
That's
or
a hard
like
no.
sending your kids coming home crying every day or something crazy.
And yes, a coach can mentally hurt a kid.
For sure.
It's
For
there.
sure.
But those coaches should be weeded out instead of praised. But a coach that has an expectation that doesn't allow you to quit, like, I can't, everyone's running 3 miles today. We're doing conditioning. Everyone's, well, I can't run 3 miles. I'm not like my shin. Cool. You don't want to run the 3 miles? You don't have to. But guess what? You'll also be watching the game from the bench. And if you want to play, you're going to find a way to overcome some slight inconveniences.
Yeah.
Or
and
discomfort.
Get tough.
Yeah.
Because
like parents don't know just how to be fans.
No, parents don't know how to be fans. And I can agree with the coaching, like seeing Jaden and our girls get coached compared to how I was coached as a kid was way different. Like I played baseball was like my sport, but I played all sports, but that was like the one I played all the time. And my coaches were rough on me. I played with all boys and my expectations were high. Like I fought to be on that team every single year. So I had to prove my spot every single year. And they made sure of it. Like I was not allowed just because I was a girl. I didn't get any
special
treatment. And I didn't want that treatment to be special, you know? But nowadays
I'm the only one that gets to
people
give her special treatment.
I don't think that a lot of kids are as coachable nowadays either.
Because they're not parented.
Well, no, parents don't.
Parents are best friends with their kids now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm not friends.
What happens when you have to be the parent? You've
Like,
been the best friend for 4 months, and now you're like, listen, I'm going to tell. And the kids are like, you're not going to tell me anything.
No.
Yeah.
Like I can't be.
They start calling them by their, Karen, you're not going to tell me anything.
Nope.
Start calling mom by their real name.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's freaking wild. I don't know how parents. I'm like, what? I couldn't.
How do they have reasons for doing that?
Well, I think that they do, but they also don't because they just don't have.
They're asserting power over their parent.
Yeah.
They're dominant. That's a form of domination.
Yeah, totally.
Called.
I don't have to refer to you in a respectful term of mom or dad. I'm just going to be like, listen, Mike.
But they don't. They also, some of those parents don't do anything. They expect the school to do everything.
Well, and they don't.
And that's why I tell people, some parents, I'm just like, they're like, the school sucks. I'm like, it might. I'm not saying it don't. But
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Right.
At home to help the situation?
See, and my kids growing up all knew, like if you messed up at school and I had to be called, or if I had to go to the school and it was something that you truly did that is a no.
Yeah.
I'm going to back the school.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit there and go, what do you guys want to do? How do you guys want to handle it? Because you're going to deal with the repercussions. You're going to learn the lesson not to step out of line or be disrespectful in this situation. But at the same time, we've had, like with Jaden, she got called into the office for some stuff that someone else should have been in. It wasn't her. And there was like a group of girls and another group of girls, but they found a way to frame it, the other kids.
Oh.
And I went in and I'm like, what type of investigation did you guys do? Like, how do you know that what you're saying Jaden did? Now, if you're saying that you caught her retaliating, and because you saw that, all right, we can deal. We can deal there, because I understand.
Yeah,
you punch someone and get away with it, but when they come after you, it's always when the teacher turns around.
Yeah,
but it wasn't that. It was they heard from some kids that this might have happened.
Oh, okay. So it's hearsay.
And I'm like, hey, here's the deal, dude. That's great. What type of investigation did you do? What have you done with these other children? Because if my kid's wrong, I'm going to back you. And if my kid's right and I back you, I've disrespected the trust that I built with my child.
Yeah.
And you like the counselor at the school. Do you remember? So we walked into his office, and I was already kind of a little bit hot about it.
Yeah.
And he tried to pull the dominant card. We walked in, and he's like, "You guys can have a seat right here." And I was like, "I'll stand." And he was like, "Well, you know," and I was like, "You can have a seat." And he sat at his desk, and I just stood like right at the desk, and everything he said,
"Oh my gosh!"
Everything he said, I was like, "What do you have to back that up? Where's the other kids? Why don't we get them and their parents right here, and we'll work this out
Have
right
you talked
now?"
to them? He
Well,
was just
you know
like
what?
firing questions.
I don't understand, and because not with Delilah, but with Olivia, she was the one that was
Spicy.
Oh, yeah. 3 times in one day, I had to go back to the school for 5
Yes.
Oh, geez.
She handled that shit though, huh?
In one day. But I always told her, hey, just don't lie to me. I don't care if you're wrong.
That's my thing.
If you're wrong, if you say, I hit her first because, okay, hold on, we'll figure this out.
Yeah,
but I don't understand why schools
don't send me into a fight
not know what
on
happened.
lies, because I'm going to back you.
Yeah.
And if you make me back you on some bullshit, we're going to have a problem.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I don't understand
and we
why.
need to know how to back them properly.
Yeah.
We
Right.
need to know all the information.
Don't send me in there with a bunch of lies and then they pull up fucking video from the school.
And then I look like the asshole.
Now I look like the fucking clown.
I don't understand why these schools have such a problem that I'm like, hey, because I've done that where it's like, hey, just get the parents in here. We'll talk
Let's
about
square
it.
this up. Yeah.
But they don't want to do that.
No,
and
they
I
don't.
hate that. It's like, why not?
Why do we have to keep everything in its own? Oh, this parent can't see that parent and talk about. If all the kids are saying the problem is right here, let's get everybody involved in the room.
And if stuff happens like through social media with kids outside of school, they also, like, the schools obviously can't do anything, but a lot of that would happen.
Yeah.
And then the kids have to face each other at school the next day. And it's just, dirty looks and constant whatever, you know. But the schools can't do anything because nothing actually happens at school. So these kids are just getting beaten down via messengers or whatever.
See, that's why I liked our life.
And even if
because if you're going to say something about
even
me,
if
you had to
kids
say
block, even if the kid blocks the other kid, they freaking find ways to
All these kids have burner accounts.
it's insane.
And I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah,
Or they have friends that will
spams accounts.
They'll post the status knowing that they're blocked, but then have their friend who's not blocked repost.
I don't get it. I don't get
it's
it.
crazy.
I think the
You know
only thing
why?
that's helped.
Because they can do it behind a keyboard and they don't get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because there's no one there holding them accountable. There's no parents there holding them accountable because those parents probably don't know that their child is doing that to another
Or don't
child.
care.
Or don't care. Or don't monitor their phones or
there's so
whatever.
many parents out there that think their kids are always innocent. It's like,
Yeah.
no, they're not.
And we're the
And
parents that will straight
I'm
up tell our kid,
I know.
I'm not backing you. You're fucking wrong.
Yeah. It's like, you don't know your kid enough to know when they're lying.
Yeah.
If your
You know what
kid's
I mean?
never been wrong, then you've never been a parent.
Yeah.
Never.
Because
No.
Even if you've had those moments where your kid's telling the truth, but you need the extra proof, to validate. We would go through Jaden's phone sometimes if we had to. If stuff would come up.
we'd ask her, hey, what's going on with this?
Yeah. And stuff would come up and she would be tell me the story. Let me see your phone. Let me see the freaking messages.
Yeah.
And
If she would start reading messages through me, and I'm let me see them. Give me your phone. Let me see. Not now, obviously.
Right.
But
Are you
yeah.
cherry picking the messages that you want to
Yeah.
read?
That you want to share with me? Or I'm let me see the full conversation.
Or if they deleted the thread, I'm like,
you can usually
no.
tell.
No. You don't. If you're innocent, you don't delete the thread.
Nothing. You don't delete nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
If you're innocent, you got nothing to worry about. You don't delete shit. If you deleted the thread, it's because you probably said some dumb shit too. And guess what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, yeah. And the one thing that's helped us with Delilah on people being mean and stuff.
It's because she's so nice.
Well, yeah, is, one day she was struggling with somebody at school and just bullshit what it really was.
And one of her friends said,
well, I told her, I
her
said,
stepmom will beat you up.
I told her, I said, after, I said, in one more year, there's a good chance you're not going to talk to 100% of these people.
Yeah.
Really. I said, but then I pulled up X, Twitter on my phone. I said, type in JJ's name. And all kinds of stupid shit came up. I said, that's how much it matters. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, just have her.
Yeah, you know, it's just like it. You know what I mean? It's just like it doesn't.
Dude, if
matter.
I took
Type
all the
in
social,
any celebrity
It just
if
doesn't.
I
public
typed
figure's
my
name.
if I, you know,
Yeah,
if you want to feel bad about your life,
yeah. It's like,
dude, there's comments that I'm like, ouch, like that's even that's
whoa.
that's mean.
Even people say little
Yeah.
like digs on like our like my podcast clips, and I'm like, that was unnecessary. Like, jeez, troll.
I gotta be meaner now.
Maybe I should just start being freaking mean.
Jay, I used to be.
Maybe I'm too nice.
And then Jay is like, no, they just want a response. I'm like, you're right. I'm not responding.
That's the thing. That's
now
why
I'm
I
just
don't
like-
respond.
But
I
now I'm
know.
just like,
Dude, the held comments on YouTube.
yeah,
If I responded to all of those,
forget they. It's like they're winning, but at the same time, you want to be like, you know what?
I've told you before about the guy, the Instagram guy, right?
No.
That sent the middle fingers.
There's a guy on he stopped, and I'm really bummed that he did. But there was a guy.
Maybe he had a mental health crisis.
There was a guy on Instagram who his first message was like something like,
He's like talking crap about your videos.
You
or
think you're
something.
so tough? Come to my house and try to arrest me. I get it all the time. Everybody's tough. Everybody, you know, it is what it is. But then it had to be for like 100+ days.
It was a lot of scrolls.
He started off day one with one middle finger emoji. And then every day added a middle finger emoji to the message. So by the time he got done, there was like, the message was 100 middle
It was like
fingers.
one,
God,
and then
one of
like
those
two,
long
and then
ones.
3, and then
So
4.
it was one, and then the next day it was 2, and then it was 3, and then it was 4, 5, 6, all the way. And it was 100+ days. So 100 messages all each day, adding one more middle finger.
It was interesting.
I checked my messages every day just to get my message from him.
What?
And then
funny.
he stopped.
Did he know that you didn't get upset, and that's why he stopped? So he's picking on somebody
I mean,
else.
he had some stamina.
He was dedicated.
100 days. That's 100+ days. That's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
People are.
People are crazy.
With nothing
I don't got
but
that much time, man.
Me either. I just don't have like the energy to like.
I get
do
triggered
all of
myself,
that.
but if I spend too much damn time on there, I get irritated. I'm like,
I do too.
I get so pissed off.
I get mad on, so like I complain about like people not liking my shit, but I don't like post that often.
Yeah.
Because you know, I feel like it's just not worth it, you know, because it's like, it's not getting the interaction I want it to get. But like with our podcast and stuff, we post consistently more for like my personal, like in photography stuff. But if I am on there, I just get irritated with what I see, and I don't want to be on there anymore. And I turn it off and I do something else because I'm tired of it.
I just don't care.
I just go down like black holes and just like
That's my
find what else I can.
Here's the
and then
thing:
it's just
I
like-
don't care, but I'll get locked into it, and I'm like, I gotta find out what the like catalyst was that spiraled this person
He
out.
watches like the stories, like the part 2, part 3s.
I don't watch those because I
If
never
it could
find
be done in part 1 and they made it part 5,
I hate that.
that makes me mad.
Instantly, not
It's gotta
interested.
really pull me in. And then if I go to their page and they don't post the part 2, I'm like, you mother.
Sometimes they take a few days to get to part 2.
Why though? You got the whole video.
I know. It's there.
You know what I mean? Like-
Get it up there.
So I also got blocked in the same week that I got told that I'm not allowed to use my hashtag. Now there's this guy. He's older than me, but he's a musician, and for some reason his post popped up, and it was like this crybaby. I've asked my longtime friends to just listen to my music and tell me what they think, and he started listing, like, tagging his friends.
Oh.
And you guys couldn't even take 5 minutes to listen to my music. And I was like, oh, maybe he's just mad. Then I clicked on his profile, and it was like 10 straight posts just losing his shit about how no one supports his music. I mean, just
What was it? Good music?
no.
See, it's because no one liked any of his stuff.
Yeah,
and
but
it sent him down
here's
spiral.
the thing: is like, why?
I commented.
What'd you say?
I said, hey, man, I don't know if you're just drinking really heavily today or if you're really this bad at regulating
And you
your
know
emotions.
You know this guy. Or you know of him?
I know of him.
Okay. So
I was like, dude, I don't know if you're drinking heavily today or if are you really this bad at regulating your own emotions? Because this is something you should deal with. And then 5 minutes later, blocked.
It wasn't even that bad.
I was ready for the interaction.
He was like, I'm going to take the high road on this one. He's like, he didn't even give you the satisfaction of commenting back and then blocking you.
Why do you have?
He should have just responded with middle finger emoji.
I mean, was his music bad?
It's not good.
Like
not bad.
like a 1 to 10. One being 4. Like a 4. Okay. So your friend should have been able to be like.
Here's the thing. As a former musician or creator of all artistic things, I would want someone to tell me if they didn't like what I was putting out.
Right, it should be.
That is the point of putting out your work,
but
so that you can get criticism and you can determine what people are liking, what they're not liking. If it's not good, okay, what do I need to work on? Oh, that sounds like shit. All right, I'll fix it.
But
you know,
here's the thing: you don't catfish 12 posts in a row, just to get someone to say your music's good.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that's all he was doing was like, I'm just gonna keep these woe is me crybaby ass posts until someone goes, no, dude, your music's great. They just don't understand. No, you know what? Nobody wanted to fucking listen to it. You tried to force it in people's ears who happened to be your friend outside.
Try to force it in their earbuds.
Ear holes.
Seriously, though, if I'm your friend and I want to remain being your friend, but you are a fucking terrible musician, but that's your passion right now, and you're going to put that out there, I may not ever listen to a track. Like, I may have listened to the first one and went, wow, he's definitely not good. But I like you. I'm just not going to listen to your music because if you ask my opinion, I'm going to give it to you. So I'd rather have not heard it.
And people that put music, this is just me speaking from not doing music, okay?
Mm-hmm.
People that put music out have to understand that that's a very sensitive thing to a lot of people.
And not everybody's going to like your
exactly.
shit.
Like, you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared for, out of 10 people, 9 aren't going to like your shit.
Exactly.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yes. Or even all 10 of them to not like it. Yes, 100%.
But you don't go catfishing for something that you may not like what you reel in.
Yeah.
Because all you're going to get is a response from someone like me that goes, dude,
what are you
really
doing?
Unhinged. Yeah. Like, you're 50 plus years old. You really have to beg for attention 12 posts deep. I get it. If you were drinking, like, man, you're just going through it tonight. But
I mean, if someone is 50 plus years old and they're still trying to become a famous musician,
wouldn't you have said he's 50 plus? Like, he's definitely older than me, right?
Oh, very. He's probably like in his 60s.
You'd more just do
or
karaoke.
40s. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna do karaoke.
Oh, I'm excited for you guys to do that.
I've always wanted to do
Friends
karaoke.
in low places.
I don't care.
Little George Strait.
Mm-hmm.
Little George Strait. Trevor has he can sing country pretty well. I will say that.
I can't sing nothing, but I don't
Green
care.
Day, questionable.
Very questionable.
Oh, we know.
Country is a little bit more in his roots, I think.
I think I could have been Billy Armstrong.
Billy.
Who's that?
Isn't that the lead singer of Green Day?
I think so, yeah.
That's his name?
Yeah. I had to think for a second of who you're talking about.
Don't ever say that name.
It is.
Because that's a...
Hey, Siri.
I like the band. Like that. No,
Who's
not
the
that
lead singer
name.
of Green Day?
Billy Joe Armstrong sings in Green Day.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Just call him Billy Joe.
We're the same together. Like, it's basically the same voice. Just shared by two people.
I don't know about that.
I love that video. I wish that would have went viral. Yeah.
I don't know. When I think people, if they are in like the creative realm, or even content creators, it goes for anybody that's putting any sort of creative thing out there in the world.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be prepared for the criticism, and you have to be prepared that no one's may like it.
If you create something and put it out, it's no longer yours, and nobody's opinion is your business at that point.
Yeah.
What you think of it is no longer that's not my business.
Yeah.
If you're gonna create, that's the only mentality you can have. I'm gonna put it out, and once I press post,
that's it.
That's it.
I hate when people. My sister does this on her personal page, and she drives me absolutely nuts with it. I hate when people post shit and then delete it.
Why do people do that?
Irritate that.
Yes.
That triggers me. That gets me mad, boy.
What does she post and delete though? Is it like inner feelings type shit?
No. It's actually like she'll post like cool pictures of her kids and then delete it. Or somebody will.
Have you asked her why she does that?
I don't want my thing full of everything. I'm like, all right. I mean, okay, but it's like
It's not like a suitcase that you can only have so much.
I know. Like she'll post and it's never
People do
It
that.
ends up
Once in
just
a while,
going. It ends up just going down.
yeah. Or like she'll
Usually-
post like when she was before she started doing the bar, she was working at one of my cousin's restaurants, and she'll be like, "Oh, this couple came in super sweet. They left me a good tip." And all of a sudden, she like, "There's nothing wrong with that. Just saying that it was a great night," and then delete it. I'm like,
It's weird when people do it
like-
with stuff like that. I've seen people put up posts where they're
Rage
like
post and then delete.
Oh.
Yeah, or they're like
You
calling
can't-
somebody out on something and then delete.
"Oh, if you call somebody out, you got to
Delete
keep
that shit
you
up.
read it.
but people will do it. They'll call somebody out and then they'll delete it, or like he said, they'll rage post and fucking go on a
if
rant.
I call
and
you
then-
out your name on a post,
You got to
it
keep
ain't
it.
coming down.
Oh no,
No.
I don't delete anything.
I'll
I
stand
don't
on business
know.
all day on that. I'll be like,
No,
"Am I lying?"
no.
Because if I post it and you get mad, all I'm going to say
I
is
used to delete and repost because I didn't
Hashtag
know you.
toaster.
I didn't know you could eat it or edit it.
A what?
Edit
Edit what?
your
like
post.
my post.
Like if
Oh,
you
yeah.
posted something and there was a mistake,
Like,
or you
yeah.
didn't
I
say
would just
something,
delete the whole
thing and
redo
start
it.
over.
And then
That's
once I was
funny.
like, edit it. Oh yeah, let me just edit then.
I have to edit my posts a lot.
Yeah.
She starts getting. I always know because her thumbs start going. I'm like, ooh, she's in it.
I know.
Yeah,
Jay-
I haven't put up long posts in a while because I
No.
just
Usually for her, it's
Give up.
in a photography group
oh.
where she's trying to
Lots
be
of-
helpful. Like
Yeah.
she really is truly trying to be helpful. Like if someone asks for criticism or advice on something,
or like a location, like
She
a
will give-
locations
yeah.
around the area. I'll give like a specific spot someone's looking for. I'm like, oh yeah, and I'll like describe like how to get to like that spot or whatever. But
sometimes I mean, it's like, I'm like, babe, they read 6 words.
It made her feel better though.
I was like, I was trying to help, you
6
know.
words. I promise you, if you message me or comment something that I have to scroll, it doesn't get read.
You have to give him cliff notes.
It
Like
doesn't
you
get
should
read.
just send like bullet points
Oh,
of like your main.
What if they-
Anybody.
What if they send you bullet points and it's a big paragraph of just bullet points? You what reading the bullet points?
Probably not getting there.
Why? It's good bullet points.
It's probably not getting there. And it's not so it's anybody, huh? Like she sometimes like if it's rare that we're not at the same place, but if I had to come to Denver for something and she was still in Florida, and like if there's an issue with one of the kids and she was, having some struggles with communication with them, she would try to send me the breakdown of what happened.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm a texter.
And it's like,
I send the text, and then 2 seconds later, my phone's ringing, and it's him, and I'm like, why didn't you just read the text?
No, you know what JJ
Nope.
does is all she's got to do is just put me in a group text. One, just like, hey, Delilah, and everything changes. And everything.
yeah. Oh, the girls like
Yeah.
The girls know.
because as long as it stays in her messages,
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
Oh yeah.
It's when it like if I'm added to the text or if it got to the point where I could see that she's just back and I'm like, who are you talking to? And she tries to protect the girls to no end. Like even when she's fucking furious.
Fuming. Yeah.
She protects them to no
I will still
end.
back them.
And I'm like, what's going on? And she's like,
I'm like, nothing.
Nothing really. And I'm like, what is going on? She's like, well, I'm just trying to deal with this with one of the girls. And I'm like, let me see. Call. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm like, shit, sorry.
I've always told
But-
Delilah, she makes the rules. I said, she makes the rules. I back them up. Ask
the girls.
That's it. That's
I tell them all the time, I'm like, listen, she chose you guys and she chose to back you guys 100%. She could be one of those stepmoms that doesn't give a fuck. But she chose you and she backs you guys every step of the way. She's the one thing that keeps me from being in your ass. So if you feel like you want to get froggy and disrespect her, just know as soon as I see it, we're going to have a problem. And it's not a problem you want. And 99% of the time, they keep it in-house.
Yeah, no, they do a great job. Like, honestly, like, as a bonus mom, coming in when they were ranging from 4 to, I think Peyton was like 12.
12.
Jaden was, like that. Those are all very interesting ages to kind of like stroll into. And I always just try to like maintain, like, I'm just another influence over here. You know, like, I got your back. You know, but I'm just kind of like over here, like on the sidelines per se.
Yeah.
And I kind of like let them be the leader of how close they wanted me to be, in a sense, you know? And I kind of like followed that lead to a certain point. And then I was like, all right, I kind of see where we're, you know, and then it just kind of grew and evolved from there. But I feel pretty blessed, you know, like we have a blessed situation in general, but like they're amazing. But what helped that was him backing.
Yeah, you
me.
got to.
And I think that is probably where a lot of people, you know, that have blended families or whatever, step parents involved. I think that's where
if it gets
falls
to me
short.
and you were disrespectful to her, we got problems, kid.
Big problems.
Yeah.
That's
And like
all right. That's how
my dad would be the same way. Like when my parents split, my mom never really dated anybody, but my dad did. But all his little girlfriends afterwards, he was the same way. And even if I didn't like them or knew that it wasn't a serious thing, you know, I still had to show them respect. And he made sure like I knew it.
Yeah.
But it was all like with her and anyone like no one got to meet my kids for a very long time.
Yeah, it took like I didn't meet them for a while.
But once you're there, if we get to the point where I'm like, all right, it's time.
Yeah.
If it gets to that point, then you know I got you on this. We've gotten past anything I would have concerns about you know, saying or doing or being around. So that's different too, because a lot of people meet a girl and then are introducing them to their kids.
That's crazy.
Like next week, I get my kids on Friday. Well, we just met on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Delilah did one the first time, like after JJ got to meet her and meet the kids and stuff. The first time they went to the store, right? She's like, I'm gonna take. Is it okay? Yeah, take her. Yeah. Delilah ran off
With JJ?
No,
away from JJ.
Away from JJ, and she wouldn't listen. And JJ said, I'm going to tell your dad. No, don't tell my dad.
I'm good. I'm good.
Just stuck with her the whole way. We still joke about that till this day. You know, now it's a joke because now she knows. Like,
now she's so attached to JJ, it doesn't matter.
But now we still joke about that still so much.
That is a line, unfortunately, that bonus parents have to use sometimes, especially when the kids are younger.
If she pulls
I'm
out
gonna
do you want me to talk to your dad about this?
Yeah, that'll if there's like an argument happening between mostly me and Jaden in her younger years, it would be like, and she wasn't hearing me or like giving up on the argument, even if I'm like, I'm not even talking to you about this anymore.
It's over.
She'd be like, I'm gonna tell your dad about this. Okay, never mind. We're just like done. That was the ending conversation.
I don't need a hand.
Yeah.
I figured it out.
I'll figure it out or whatever. Yeah.
I don't need oxygen anymore. I'm good. Sorry I brought it up.
Sorry you're having a bad day.
Yeah. But we've been lucky with that. But a lot of parents don't. Like they're the best friend of their kid, dude.
They can't.
They're best friend all the way through.
Everybody's like, oh, I love my kids. I'm like, I see a lot of parents and there's nothing wrong with this. But at the same time, I feel like I see a lot of parents, they do everything with their kid. They go to the movies, which is great. It's a great thing.
Right.
But it's like you're giving me the idea of like you guys are hanging out like friends.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's not okay. You know, you can't, you got to be parent to your friend, to your kids.
And that's like I'm cool to my kids.
Yeah.
Really cool. Like once
we're
inside the house, I really don't give a shit. Like I don't do what you want to do. Like, I'm not that dad. If we're outside the house, you're not going to make me look like a fool.
No.
And you're not going to make yourself look like a fool. And that's like, I'm the cool parent, but I'm also the parent you don't.
Yeah.
Like if I'm on you, it's not fun.
Yeah.
It's no good. But I think the kids see the different, like, because they know how much freedom I give.
Yeah.
And how much I'm like, be independent, be an individual, do your thing, have fun. Don't do stupid shit. And I think that's where a lot of parents mess up because they can't pull back and they're like, no, I want my kid to be independent. And
They're afraid of confrontation with their kid.
They're afraid their kid's going to be mad at them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
My kid's been mad at me for like 10 fucking years.
And you know what? It sucks. Like from a dad's perspective, it's probably much easier because you guys aren't so like emotional. But like for the moms of it, it is harder sometimes, like when you know that your kid is just pissed at you for whatever you did. Like even though they were in the wrong or you felt justified in your reasoning or whatever, right? Like you just know that your kid is pissed at you. Like it sucks. And I'm sure it still sucks like on a dad aspect, but on the mom side, it definitely like stings a little bit more because you don't want your kid to be mad at you and then you fear them like holding this grudge, right? Yeah. Or
I don't feel that.
Whatever. Like these are all things these are things that like that women think about, you know?
Yeah, I say things like
to their kids.
I say things like, "Oh, you're mad at me?
Too bad.
Use that same energy to get unmad. I'll be over here."
I mean, it sucks when your kids are mad at you, but you have to be the parent and you have to put your foot down. You have to set boundaries with your kids and let them know. Like, that's how you like, you're raising a human to be in the freaking world.
Yeah.
Sucks to be mad, huh?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to go get ice cream. You know why? Because I got a job.
I want some ice cream.
I want a banana split.
Oh, banana splits are
and
delicious.
Pizza.
That's what we're having for dinner.
We're messing up our whole week.
Yeah.
We did so good this week eating well.
The week starts tomorrow. So you're fine. If you do it today, the week starts.
No,
when does your week start? Does your week start Sunday or does I always
start on Sunday.
Okay, so see, you're not messing your
My
week
week
up.
starts on Monday.
No.
You start your week on Monday?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So
Sunday,
your week goes from Monday to Sunday.
Correct.
No.
See, my week goes from Sunday to Saturday.
That's so
Saturday.
funny. Why Sunday to Saturday?
Because Sunday you reset.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Sunday doesn't really count as any day to me.
No, it's the beginning of the week. It's your day to prepare for the week to come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Monday is the start of the actual week.
No, because then Sunday would just be like...
No, because then Tuesday would technically, because you got to prepare.
You still have Monday. You got to have that day.
Like, Sunday is still a preparation day for me.
Yeah, beginning of the week.
See, so if you
that's when I fill my.
I don't refer to it as.
It's when I fill my vitamin thing so that it's all starts on Sunday.
I got to go buy a new vitamin thing too. That's what I forgot.
Oh my gosh!
To take my vitamins to.
It starts on Sunday
because mine only has 7 days. It doesn't have.
Yeah.
I need vitamins.
Hey,
that's right.
Everybody's different, man.
I fill them all on Sunday.
Yeah, mine starts Sunday.
Well, I don't have to fill my pill bottle, so my week starts on Monday.
Such a suck.
Damn. Okay.
Anything else, kids?
Not
I
for
don't
me.
think so. Should we ask?
We need
answer a question?
You know what we need to do? We mess this up every time. I'm going to get us a goddamn sign.
This says,
like and subscribe.
Hey guys,
Join
if you like
now.
what you hear, guess
Join.
what? If you're watching the public release of this podcast right now, there's stuff that happens before and after that you're not seeing.
Yep.
There's also some things that happen during a lot of podcasts that
you're not seeing.
That Kay Miller deems inappropriate for public release.
Sometimes, not always.
And she clips that out. So if you're watching the public release, that's cool, and we appreciate it. We love it. But for $1.99, you could click that join button, like right there.
Yep.
And become a member, and you get to see
everything.
And you can go back historically and watch all 53. This is 54. Completely unedited members versions of every one of our podcasts.
Yep.
Which is really cool. It's $1.99 a month. I promise you it's not going to break the bank. And if $1.99 is going to break the bank, don't join. Please don't. No. Like if that's the difference between
you can still get you can still catch
food.
the weekly episodes and the premieres, without being a member.
Hit the subscribe and
subscribe, turn on the bell, do the things. But I mean, members help us keep this going. Yep. I will tell you that flat out. Members help us keep this going.
We appreciate you guys.
And we will always find a way to put out things that only members get to see and do.
Yeah.
And you get to see everything ahead of time.
You do.
And
you
it's
can-
better to see. Nobody likes to
Live.
wait nowadays.
You can be in the chat
I
right
know.
now. Like right there's a chat.
Look, there's this laughing face
And
probably
usually when, because I'm not really on your show ever, when I'm not here, sitting here, I'm in the chat.
right
Right.
now. Yeah.
So you
can
guys
talk
can
to-
come hang out and talk to me.
Yep.
Yep. It's fun. It's there. We also have a Discord. Mike still hasn't.
I need to join that.
Mike hasn't. Mike
He's
hasn't even
slacking.
joined our own Discord.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm going to do
I
it.
don't think I have either.
There's a link in the description for both.
I mean, I got
we have
the
WhatsApp too.
app.
Did you get any voice notes this week?
Look,
No.
Discord.
The only voice notes we got was Matthew voice noting answers to questions that Rob had.
Oh my gosh.
So they were in real time.
Oh.
We didn't understand any of it.
That's hilarious.
This is a bunch of gibberish? Is that what they call it?
English gibberish.
Yeah, it just makes no sense.
Did anybody ask a question?
They
Remember?
said,
What
"Let's
number?
put another shrimp on the barbie." That's what they said over and over.
Or
Let's see. Hang on.
crumpets? Is that what you?
Crumpets? I'm looking. Hang on. Hang on.
What number?
Marjorie said 55
Oh, dang.
and 524.
I think we've done 524. Maybe.
I'll remember it if I
Okay. That's the two questions we're going to do.
524.
We also normally only do the ask 3,000 questions about me at the end after we've actually closed out the episode and it's for members.
I think we
normally.
have done that one.
What is it? I'll tell you.
What is your favorite documentary or biography?
You
Yep,
have.
we
We
have.
have.
Yeah.
What question number was that?
525.
524.
Oh, okay. 524.
55.
Yep.
55.
Have you ever broken the law and didn't get caught? If so, what happened? Well, I'm not telling you because then it's Jesus.
That's a little incriminating.
Like,
Absolutely not.
Never.
Not one
I
time in my
have
life.
never done that ever.
it's not breaking the law if you don't get caught. It's only breaking the law if you get
Did
caught.
the FBI
True.
write that book?
Are they trying to?
Fucking snitches.
Almost got me.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a couple good stories, but I ain't sharing.
No.
I ain't sharing.
Snitches.
Zip it. Maybe a different question.
All right.
I don't know if we have another question. Let's see.
Speed. I was speeding.
Everybody speeds. This is interesting. One time I got pulled over for speeding, and the cop told me, he's like, "Do you know how fast you're going?" And I was like, no. I was like, I don't know, maybe like 55 or whatever. And he was like, yeah. He's like, you were going closer to 60. He's like, I wouldn't have pulled you over if you were going 55. He's like, I go 55 down this road. He's like, so keep it under 55.
Oh, that was 136.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Jaden.
I mean,
They
Autumn.
not- Huh?
It was me and Autumn that got pulled
No,
over.
I'm saying her.
Oh.
You and Jaden both are like on first name basis with cops around here.
Listen.
Oh, whoa.
They're
You're that bad?
speeders. They're
No.
speeders. Speeders.
I have gotten a lot of speeding tickets over
What's a
the
lot?
course of my
How many's a
time.
lot? 10?
No.
Oh.
No, definitely
She's
not.
gotten 4 that I know of.
It's probably the most. And
That's not a lot. When you
Since
say
we-
a lot, I'm thinking like 10 or 20 or something.
No,
Oh,
no,
oh,
no,
okay.
no, no.
Like,
I've got
wow, you
like
still got a
maybe,
license.
So we've been
maybe
together
4, maybe 5.
How long? 11 years or 12 years?
12.
We've been together?
Mm-hmm.
I've had one speeding ticket.
I thought you had 2.
12 no, one speeding ticket in 12 years.
I've never had a speeding ticket.
And it was in the Keys where they pull you over for 5 over.
Oh, okay.
They do
that
that.
doesn't count then.
Yeah, that doesn't really count.
But
A
no,
lot
I'm-
of my speeding tickets have been out of town.
She thinks those don't count either.
Yeah, they do.
They don't, really.
Why? Why don't
They still
count?
affect
What?
your insurance. And then we still had to pay a fine. They don't count because there's no points.
Hey, if you go 2 hours that way, doesn't
Because,
count.
like,
Because
you're
it
just...
doesn't put points on your
You're
license.
in a different state, and you don't get points on your license. You just pay the freaking ticket, and you're like,
you're
shit.
out of that money.
And you're just like, here's
She
my...
calls them fun tickets.
Here's my $200.
This is how much it's cost me,
Fun
$200 to speed for the last year.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get caught until today.
The money deducted from the vacation of wherever we were going.
Ah, boo.
Yeah. All right, Mike
right.
is officially on vacation.
I'm going to be on vacation.
Your work is over now.
Yeah, for 2 weeks.
You're done.
Or 12
10 days. 10, 12 days.
I'll be back on the 7th, though. We'll be here filming. I get back Friday.
So we're filming on Saturday.
Yeah, so we're
Hey,
filming. And
Oh,
I'm going
boy.
to come excited.
You're going to be speaking Italian?
Mm-hmm.
You're probably going to make us like rigatoni.
Are you going to
At
grow like one of the little
I'll try.
mustaches with little curls?
I'll try. Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Those guys are by me. Or maybe I'm thinking of not Italy.
What?
The guys on like the little river.
Oh, we've got a bet.
Oh, we've got a bet.
We've got a bet.
You know what I'm talking about?
We're doing that.
The little boat thing.
The gondolas in Venice.
We're going. That's where we're going.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
We have a bet.
What's the bet?
The bet is he gets to choose a Trevor go do it.
While he's in Italy?
If while there, the guy lets him be the person
that pushing
the boat.
Yes.
So if I can get
it's got to be on video.
Yes.
I want to do that.
You guys
anyway.
need to vlog this trip. You're gonna vlog it.
No,
right?
we're gonna do our. We got the thing.
You're gonna try.
We're gonna yes.
Do you need mics?
No, we have mics.
A mic.
A mic. Yeah, we have a mic.
Okay. And you have 2 mics.
Me, that's right.
You got a mic and a mic.
So yeah, but we're gonna film it. It's gonna be a good time.
And he's gonna get a pick that I have to go do something.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm excited for him to pick what you have to do.
I'm not gonna work at a strip club.
I mean, that's a good idea too.
But I will post to my Only Dads.
I mean, you won the contest.
I know, Only Dad. I hope you guys have so much fun.
It's gonna be a great time.
I'm so excited for you guys.
I just know this is going to Venice. That's a dream. That's a dream vacation for Jada. So
that's dope.
It's to me. It's a
win-win all around.
It's gonna be a good time.
I started making rings.
I know it's actually pretty cool. Check this out. Check out what Trevor made. 10 minutes, and everybody's charging $500.
Yeah, I went out to the thrift store this morning to find him.
I said I need some
spoons.
You need vintage, old, good spoons.
So,
I was so proud of the spoons that I found because they had really cool designs. And you know what the words were that he said to me?
That's not how I meant it.
He said, "I hate them."
Why?
And I said, "Oh, well, you can go get your own spoons next time."
That's not what
You're so that was aggressive right out of the gate.
That's not what I meant.
You didn't even say thank you. But I hate these.
He said, "I hate them."
Like you didn't even say thank you, but I hate these. You just said I hate these.
He did.
That was not.
It was funny.
Hey, I hate these. By the way, thanks.
I have I have a very specific idea in mind that I want for some of the first spoons or rings that I create. And I know that they're hard to find, and I should have chosen better words.
No,
I did not choose good words. What I'm looking for is the forks that stay the same all the way to the end.
Oh, but now
it's pattern.
It's so hard to
now
find.
And I was like, I don't want the ones. And I was like, I don't want the ones with the big thing on the end. But all the ones that she could find to buy all had this.
Because all the old like vintagey spoons with the cool designs, they're not just straight. They're not one thing. Mm-hmm. Like they have this, different.
When
widths.
we went to Maine for that little vacation we took, we drove this back road back to Boston, and there was this like old barn that was an old antique store.
I know where we have to go probably.
And it was I was like, man, if I could buy stuff to take this back, I would. I love going to antique stores.
Oh, except that you have to haul.
The antique store on I-70. That huge
Armadillo. That's a nice one.
It's terrible.
Why?
I've been in there before.
Because it's all trinkety.
They got all kinds of stuff. They got furniture.
I've been in there before.
I feel like it's all like things made to look like antiques.
No, there is some stuff
like that,
but not.
That's what irritates me. I don't want to go into like the tchotchke antique store where.
No, but there is other stuff that is very antique-y.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. That's a nice one.
I bet they'd have some cool spoons there.
You can make them with forks too.
Forks.
All you need is a handle.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're going to be all ringed out when I come back.
Bam. I'm trying to make these coin rings.
Coin rings.
Those are not as easy.
Yeah, those are a little bit more.
I've wasted a couple dollars.
This actual coin?
That's a quarter.
Yeah,
really?
That's a quarter.
How do they do that?
Oh, I've got all the stuff. You have to punch. You got to punch a hole. You have to use all of these special tools.
You got the stuff and you don't know how?
Well, I watched a lot of videos and I tried to do it. I made one that's round.
Well, you got 2 weeks.
He watched the videos and then bought all the stuff and then thought he could do the thing.
You got 2 weeks.
I'll be a pro.
Okay, we're going to see in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was impressed that he learned the spoon ones. Wait, I'm gonna learn to make the spoon ones too.
That's actually pretty cool though. Don't lose. Hey, that's a quarter.
Well, there's like $2 worth of change out there that's
It's all beat up,
didn't make the cut.
literally.
You got to keep everything perfectly smooth and square.
Yeah.
You have to start out the ring. If it messes up,
Forget it.
so you punch the hole and then you have to put it in this die and use this press to like.
How much you spend on this?
$50
Oh, okay. All right.
ish.
That's for shipping. $50 for shipping.
But I got to get better at making I also need to mount like the arbor press to my workbench because the only way it works
You have to mount
it
that.
has to be anchored.
Oh,
Or else you pull and it like comes up and then your shit slides around on it. I'll get better.
all right.
But I can make spoon rings all day.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to do is find someone who like will do custom rings or custom spoons and get like all the grandkids' names on the spoon.
That would be
and
cool.
then take the spoons and make them into rings for all of them.
That'd be cool.
But right now we're just making ornamental ones.
He needs to perfect the craft.
But I also need to learn how to make them by size because I know how to make it that size.
Yeah, but there's also like people like you can make them thinner too, even though it is a wide design. I've seen people make them thinner.
Well, I could sand them. I could use a belt sander. How do you think you're going to make them thinner?
I don't know, man. I'm just saying. I saw people doing it.
They use thinner spoons.
Okay. No,
They just use a thinner spoon.
I don't know.
How do you know? What if they have like a thing you roll it through and they just
Because that would match
flattens
the design out of it. You need the design to stay.
I don't.
The design is what makes the ring. You can't make that skinnier. What am I going to do? Shave down the sides of it?
You don't know. Maybe you got the wrong kit.
I didn't.
Oh.
I did
I
some
don't know.
research.
It's pretty cool though. Pretty impressed.
Yeah, you can have that one.
It doesn't fit.
Anything. If
It's gonna
me,
fit great.
Look,
It doesn't fit.
Yeah.
I got to work on sizing.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
right.
that's all I got.
Make sure you guys watch Kay Miller's podcast. Girl, did you hear?
Girl,
Girl?
did you hear?
Did you hear?
Girl.
That's right. Yep. So
Good,
tune into that.
Good.
Every Thursday.
She
Thursdays.
edits this podcast, so I guarantee
So.
she's put "Girl, did you hear?" at least 3 times right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Few times.
We'll probably have to add a link.
Yep. Might as well.
If you go to our YouTube channel and scroll to the bottom, there's
It's
a
there.
link directly to her.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's right there.
So.
Also
Right
to our
there.
friend Cam,
Cam.
Oh.
Underworld
Yeah.
Explorers.
I've been watching some of his stuff.
It's cool, huh?
Yeah. It's actually
Makes you want to go cave diving?
No.
He said no.
You done with that?
Let's get him comfortable with open water diving first, and then you
Swimming
can
pool?
probably ease him in.
Huh?
Swimming pool dive?
I don't want to do swimming pool.
That's where we're
Well,
going
you
to start.
have to start in the pool.
That's where
that's
we're
where we
first.
start. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right. I mean, I'll start there, but I mean,
You have to do it in a controlled
I don't
environment.
really want
first.
to. I'm not into,
Into what?
Being
like
safe?
going. Yeah.
Yeah, but you want to learn to breathe in a controlled
Okay.
water environment. I
Yeah.
wonder if we could use our neighborhood pool. They'd get pissed if I just started sloshing up scuba gear. I'm like,
Just
hey
walk-
guys, we're
hey,
going to
just
need
walk,
this
our
area.
hey, just walk
HOA?
over there and just walk over there.
Scuba Steve in it.
In our HOA? Yeah, they would
We'd
probably
be like, hey guys,
that.
we're going to need to partition off this
Please.
this section of the pool.
I don't even think it's deep enough.
If I can lay down, it's deep enough.
But we're gonna have to.
We're going to figure it. All right. I think we're done.
We're done.
See ya.
I'll see you guys.
Bye.